Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He finds an opening past the 40. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. It's caught. Stills, right side. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christian Michael. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing is locked. Throw left side on target to Kane, complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They go play action here on first down. Going deep here for Parker. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And down he'll go at the 25. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Out of the gun, Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. The rookie Minka Fitzpatrick with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They begin the drive with Hines. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
This is Hines. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Rolling. Let's go, Mexico.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Luck. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. The quick slant caught, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now it's Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
12.
Now a 1st down throw, Luck. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Just beating the play clock is Luck. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Charles Harris in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll start the drive with Drake. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, 20.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilson. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Anthony Walker coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Margus Hunt. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 1st down, Love. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Cameron Wake. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. To throw on 2nd down is Love. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. They run with Hines, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
You're right.
Here's Hines. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. The shotgun snap for Locke. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Locke. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On first down, it's Tannehill. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Tannehill stepping up. He's going to keep it. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. After the interception, it's long. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Off of play action. Luck. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Luck. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Luck. And the throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Minkah Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Luck. Throwing right, and that's complete. And
taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off around the 41. Well, he's got some breathing room. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's locked. It's complete. Deion Kane working the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Luck. Dancing to now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. Certainly not what this offense wants to see. Andrew Luck down and appears to be in some pain. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Let's go.
Again, it's Balaj. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll give him a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
Here's Brissett. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Doyle. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. Back now in Indianapolis. On a toss play. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Ohio. Ohio.
2nd down, Brissett. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. The Colts on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Now Brissett. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Come on, let's go. 38. Let's round. 38. Ohio.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Look, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 1st down, Drake. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Tannehill. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, you can see and feel the disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh, no. Looked like they had that one set up well on 3rd down. But you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jordan Phillips in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Grind 38! Grind 38! Flex round! Flex round!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He sets to fire. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. He was looking to go back to Stills, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Tannehill throwing again. Being chased out left. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
They run again with Hines. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
On third down, that's Hines. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Here we go! What? 90! What? 90! Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round!
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Tannehill going to throw it, going up top. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Dolphins, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.